No, this
You've
is
already watched
the old one. Yeah. Okay. I didn't ask you this last time, but like, did you watch the anything related to boons in their tier list, or like what's good with what boon with God?
I have not. I've been just trying to piece it together by my own brain. But
Okay.
uh
Um. All right.
I mean I know like I've seen like some of the tier lists for gods. I know like Yasuo, Kayle, Ari, Varus are pretty high up there, depending
Yeah.
on
Okay.
Soraka's not that great, right?
Straka's
Unless
one
you're
was not that great. Yeah. Yasuo's really good. Let's see if we can piece it together right now. So, what does Yasuo's hexes generally do?
uh just combat combat value,
Yeah.
wound,
Uh,
shred. Wait, is there a shred one? Is there
there's
a
not a
shred
shred one.
sucker?
There's not a shred one.
Oh, okay.
This was combat. Yeah, sure. They generally give combat power to your whole board or to specific units.
2 units.
Yeah. Okay. So then, if he gives strong power to specific units, what kind of comps do you think would utilize that the best? What kind of comps have very concentrated power on very specific units?
Uh, well, I don't think it's reroll.
You don't think it's useful?
Is it reroll? I don't know. I mean, like, just when you're fucking 3 iteming one guy, or uh, not dual carry comps, at least.
Okay.
Like, I guess Zaya's a dual carry comp.
Uh huh. So that's a dual carry
Um,
comp. Would you say this is a dual carry comp?
yeah, maybe even
Would
a
you?
trio carry.
Yeah. Would you say
That's a duo carry.
this is dual carry? Um. Would you say this is a dual carry comp?
I've not actually played this, but I mean, I played. Uh, I think it's a. I guess it's sort of a dual carry. You want double item, maybe even triple item, like because you want fully itemized Leona. But I feel like it's like good with Yasuo, no?
Well, is Leona a carry?
Leona's a carry, yeah.
I think like is she the main damage dealer of the comp? Because
No,
like
but
in Space Crew, right, you have Riven and Nami being damage dealers, and sometimes
uh,
Blitzcrank. In Zaya, you have Zaya Jin being damage dealers. Um, in Yi, you have Kindred Yi being the damage dealers. Who's the damage dealer in the Teemo comp?
Teemo, Lissandra.
I think just Teemo. Like Lissandra's, even here, she's just a util. Um,
Okay.
who's the damage dealer in the Vigor comp? Ignoring the Corki because like you have to hit 8 to get Corki. Or like
That's just Vigar for a long time.
yeah. Who's the main damage dealer? Oh, this is a bad example. The main damage dealer in the Cho'Gath Ezreal comp.
That's just Ezreal.
Yeah. So you see a pattern here. Main
That was
damage
a
dealer
that
in
was
the
a
VC
single
comp.
carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So reroll comps are actually concentrated power on specific units, because like when you go fast 9 or for level 8, you're playing boards with like multiple carries that do multiple damage, multiple tanks in the front line, um, multiple carries. Reroll comps, you're rerolling for specific units, right? You're rerolling for like, again, this is a bad example, but you're rerolling for like specifically Teemo as a carry and specifically Leona as your tank. You're rolling for specifically Cho'Gath as your tank and Ezreal as your carry. You're rerolling for specifically Meepsy as your carry. I guess Pike a little bit, um, and like Rammus here as your main tank. So reroll comps are generally comps that have very specific power and special units. That's why you're rolling for them and 3-starring them specifically. So then
Hmm.
Yasuo, because he gives power to specific units, he does better with reroll comps. That's not to say that like if you're playing a fast 9 comp, you don't want to take Yasuo because like at the end of the day, 18% extra damage and burn on a Vex is good. It's just that like he just pairs a lot better with the reroll comps or like comps with specific power. Um, is there a non-reroll comp that has concentrated power on specific units in this set?
Uh, non-reroll comp. Well, I mean, if you end up hitting like I don't know, three items only on like Vex, and you can't fucking find Graves items, I guess. I don't know, like something like
Mm,
that. But
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a real comp that has specific, or not a non-real comp that by default has concentrated power on very specific units.
a non-reroll comp that has
That's like a non-real comp that's kind of just one main damage dealer, one main tank.
uh non-reroll, no, I can't think of one. Oh, Asol?
One main tank, one main carry. Yeah. So mech also pairs really well with Yasuo for the same reason that Real does, where your entire comp is kind of just ASOL and it's kind of just mech. Um,
Uh,
yeah, so like those are the two school of thoughts where like if you load up, and then Kale's the same because Kale gives radiant items, and what are radiant items? They're an additional power boost to one specific unit. So Kale and Yasuo very strongly favor reroll comps and mech, which is why another reason why like reroll is just generally better right now because a lot of the gods are kind of just like net neutral, except for like Echo, like it's like a very specific power buff. But Echo's like a bit different because like in the sense that like he gives a tank or like the caster buff is like the best one too right now, the tank and caster. So he's not really specifically to like reroll comps. Um, yeah, like a lot of them are generally net neutral team wide buffs, except for Kale and Yasuo. So then if you see Kale and Yasuo and you play to like the acute strengths of these two, you're a lot stronger than the rest of the lobby sometimes. So that's why like real another reason why real is so good right now. Um, yeah. So like if I load up into Yasuo, especially if like Soraka is like a weaker one, if it's like Yasuo Ari, then it's like whatever. But if it's Yasuo Soraka, it's like okay. In my brain, currently in this patch, Yasuo's a better god, and Yasuo pairs better with reroll and mech. So if I see a strong angle for reroll and mech, I'm kind of more incentivized to go into it. That's what I think whenever I load in, and it's like Yasuo god or Kale god.
was it
Check again.
Medallion?
Yeah, medallion. That's rogue. Drone. Okay, you have pretty good ones. Theon. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I think you should play both the Lissandras here. Um, did I say in the guide that you don't really want to play Boozer frontline? Just because like Boozer frontline makes your like general progression path a bit harder. Because eventually you want to end on shepherds, and like there's no brawler shepherd, but there is a vanguard shepherd in Alawi, so the progression is just a bit easier. But like, I mean, if you have to play Pantheon Cho'Gath, not the end of the world because it does give replicator brawler to the
Yeah,
Sandra.
I guess
Which is
I
again
mean
like
I don't
generally it's
know.
just
I feel
you
like by
want
default I would have usually just put two Lissandras on the board.
yeah, it's just like the units you put in battle are locked in. So if you end up
Yeah.
like getting exactly 7 gold, it kind of sucks to sell your Lissandra pair if you want to make 10. And if you don't want to make 10, then or if you want to keep the pair, then yeah, you can't make 10. Pretty good. Yeah. So do you think your board is strong slash it has potential to become strong?
I think it could, yeah, with Lissandra 2 plus
Yeah. Like you're close to your
Cho'Gath.
pairs. You're close to your Lissandra pair. You're close to your like you're not close, but you have pairs. You have Lissandra pair. You have Nasus pair. You have 2 out of 3 shepherd. If you level these up and find a third shepherd, then you can be pretty strong. So, um, you can like look to take econ if you think your board's just weak, or if you think your potential will be strong. Like if you think like I don't know, like oh if I hit my pair, then from like 2-3 onwards I can be pretty strong. Then it's okay to take like an item augment and just like lose the first two as long as like you're no for sure you can streak the rest. And you can have like a Sunfire Slam, which is not bad. You have Morello Slam, not bad.
I default 3 because I Lotto. Or like I mean, in a different set, it's like honestly 3 and 1 are very decent. I think
Yeah,
I am.
yeah. 3 is the third best silver augment in the game right now. The best overall for like pure flexibility because like the best silvers right now are expedition, patient is a virtue, and slightly magic roll. But like patient is a virtue really leans heavily towards like lost streak into mech or 3 cost reroll. Um, expedition leans very heavily into exactly mech. Slightly magic reroll is just pretty good, and the table for slightly magic reroll is uh, pretty good. You guarantee like usually I mean this is 12 gold of value, 10 gold, uh 8 gold of value for enemy forgers. Items are usually around 8 gold value. 5 is like the only one that's kind of whatever. And then special component you can just hard force Space Groove. And it's good because like right away they can hard force Space Groove instead of having to like play for a soul cash out and then see it 2 stages later.
Well, I
Yeah,
wonder what I get.
generally good. Oh, whoops.
I get health. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
health. Okay, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. What?
Do I level? I don't think I.
Doesn't look like you do. Okay. I don't like you didn't. You're finding a level here. I think. Yeah, like if you're not making an item, if you're not leveling. Again, you can also like scout the lobby to see like if you think one level difference or like an level in item slam is gonna make the difference, then it's fine. Like if you look at the general lobby, it's like okay, I think I can pretty reasonably streak the whole stage here, but that's fine. Um, do a lot of
Also, I
loses.
guess that guy had more right.
And so here I'm like, I think I have potential to be strong eventually, right? Like you have Nasus pair 2 here, you have Timo pair now, you pair Cho'Gath as well, which I guess is a thing. Um, so I'm like, okay, eventually, like I'm like, maybe I can lose till 2-3, maybe win the next 2 and then win the all stage 3, but be chill. Or if you think like, okay, maybe I can even win the next 4 immediately if I just make an item, that's fine. The only thing I wouldn't do here is level. Um, just like leveling is pretty expensive, especially if you lose the first one. And if you're not like totally sure you can win the next 4 if you level, then it's fine. I would not sell these two. Ooh, yeah. Like if you're playing AP, then you want to be holding the units. Like the 1 gold you lose here is fine if you can hold units that will let you play a board that will guarantee you win. If you sell these now, you're just gonna be weaker for a while,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like now you just need to fish for an upgrade that you're not gonna get. And like, is the 1 gold going to help you find upgrades this stage? No, because you're not going to be spending it until like much later on. That's when here you just don't have a good in. Yeah. And you lose again. Starlight. Soraka. Starlight's kind of whatever, but our AB Flex is not the worst. And then if you take the glove, you can make Sunflower JG. Yeah, so that's fine. It's kind of whatever. Yeah, so like you would have been able to have a pretty strong board. You would have had Nasus 2, Timo pair, and you have 3 Shepherd now with the Lysandra 2. You could have made Sunfire, started Hex Lysandra, put JG on, she'd actually cast a fair bit. You probably could have streaked the rest of stage 2 and then probably stage 3 as well, but now you're just like staying weak. You win this? Okay, you win this. It was time anyways. Yeah, it's fine. It's still like a decent board. It just could have been a lot better had you held the Nasus.
Hmm. Why the hell am I holding on to Pike?
I think you're just thinking you can still play for Victor.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like Victor or Pike 2 is not gonna be the difference maker, so you can find Pike 2 eventually. If you are trying to angle Victor, then like sell Pike now, make money, and eventually he'll come back, surely. Yeah, don't really want to slam anything with that. Surely swap back to the other side. Nope. No, Starlight Hex. Win anyways because he's playing Timebreaker. I also think Lysandre's a better item holder than Vhagar without Meeple in. Yeah, like here, you think you're strong. So again, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Uh,
say again, same thing. If you think you're strong, then try to look for combat or items. Here you have like if you find like items and like maybe you can find an immediate slam. So not too bad.
defaulting. What the fuck? Well, I wasn't defaulting two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Do you just find a
It's like
default? Like if
three.
if you know you want to take combat here, bad combat is better than no combat. But then you end up rolling like I think one's kind of bad if you are playing AP flex because you have so many frontliners, but two is really good here. Because you have so many frontliners again, like two is really good.
Right. What do I play?
That's not the worst. Um, if you're able to like, if you're able to make an immediate slam from it, or like Sojourn here is already fine. Yeah. Level 6 here. Yeah. You roll.
I roll one because psychopath.
Yeah, you had to stop doing random rolls.
Um, wait, so what do I? Okay, because I level here, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then oh, I can play three shepherd. Wait, I'm fucking blind.
You can play Sea Shepherd. You could also just play the Voyager, right? You already have the Meepsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
And like, if you don't have like a perfect in, that's fine. Just play a unit. Just play the best possible unit for your board. Like if you didn't have Timo here, and if you didn't have Meepsy here, just play the Kaisa or play the second Cho'Gath, and just call it a day. This 2 gold investment is not worth it, especially here where you already have. Oh, it's a 4 gold investment.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. Wait, I already sold the Timo at this point. Wait, I'm a psychopath. I'm a psychopath.
yeah. So you spent 6 gold for no reason, and you're still not back on the Starlight Hex. Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh.
honestly, this might have been a uh this is this was after the Nova and the so my brain was actually a little fried.
Okay.
It does not excuse the fundamental mistakes I'm making, but still. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. You put it back. Thank God.
figured it out. I remembered it.
Um, positioning. Strongest tank wants to be in front of your strongest carry, so then if Shogath Pike die here, there's not some random obscure world where the backliner hits your karma. And also just generally, Pike wants to be on the edges, so he can potentially snipe a dude. Like you just do like this, or like this. Remember, Pike isn't a tank, so he's not gonna try aggro. So he's safe in the corner, and then sometimes just snipe a guy on the edge. It's harder for him to snipe a guy if he's like here. He'll just end up hooking another frontliner, just jump here instead. Yeah, Crow's a really good hex. It's the best Yaxel hex. Very happy to take that. 12 tactician health doesn't really do too much for you. When you're already like really healthy. Don't have a slam, but it is what it is. Yep. These are all three really good. EPC is fine.
These games, TFT, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lysandra is better than Veigar here as well. That's fine. I don't think you really want to slam anything. Like, not slamming is fine. Ooh.
I mean, I have
No.
salvage. That
Oh, you have salvage, right? Okay, that's fine then. I mean, like again, Pantheon's the strongest tank, so he should probably be in the. Like, either he's the strongest tank and you put him in the Cryo Hex, or if you really believe Cho'Gath's the strongest tank, then move the Sunfire belt to him.
mm-hmm. Fuck was that 5?
Doing this, nice.
Oh,
Hey.
gotta ruin my day.
I mean, hey, at least you didn't go level 7 this game.
Um,
Take the victories where you can. Pretty good orbs. You have all the good units. You can play 4 Darkstar here. Right, because like I mean you have you have a bruiser, so Pantheon kind of wants to be here if he's your main tank, but you could also just like play Mordekaiser, move items to Meepsy, or just play Mordekaiser because 4 Darkstar is better than Replicator on your unitemized Lysandra, and you already have like a decent enough front line, so maybe Cho'Gath without Brawler is fine. I think this is just not your strongest board, but it's still all right.
why the fuck does this guy have a fucking Karma too, bro?
He sent it on level 8. He just 4-1'd it. Playing E33 into this board is not good though, but is what it is. I mean, yeah, you have
Okay, so
enough.
I have items.
You have items.
I don't really have combat. I mean, like I have the fucking HP from Magic World, but
Mm.
I guess yeah. It's either that or I mean, I'm also healthy, so I could really do a lot. I don't like Mace's Will, DH.
Yeah,
But
Aegis Will is not good generally, and it's also not good for your comp because you don't need the attack speed and you don't need the
because I'm playing
chance.
AP Flex, is JG JG good in AP Flex? Or is
Yeah,
like
it's good.
I guess
You
it's
have a
just
bunch of like
good
different
as
attackers. Um, yeah, you have a bunch of different attackers. Your team does the last spell damage. It's not bad.
um yeah, I think that's my default over. I guess I mean I just kind of roll victory because I don't think my team has stall potential at the moment.
Sure. I think 2 is the best of all here. Again, there's another spot where you kind of want money,
Yeah.
because like this, it's either your greed 9, which you need money for, or you roll here, which you need money for because you spend 6 gold on 3-2 and mess up your econ a bit. Ooh.
I guess I lied.
Okay. I mean, Arcane is not the worst, but definitely sucks. I think Jugalon was probably the best out of the 3, but it's all good. And yeah, you're just so broke you can't even go 8 this turn, which like is partly due to missing econ augment on all 3 augments, but also partly due to the 6 gold you lost. So we're just trading these next 2 rounds. If you have salvage, then just slam items. So like,
Mm. Yeah, honestly, I should have just fucking switched some of this shit over.
yeah, like
I
remove word, gone like whatever, like crown guard front line, make like Nashers. Yeah, just anything. Yeah, I assume you just lose next 2, econ up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, even if you're angling for LeBlanc, a little too hasty to do that because these are not good LeBlanc items or karma items.
And then these are fucking horrendous karma items. Oh my, why?
Yes. And even then, just put the children back on her. Because eventually, I assume these eventually want to be on LeBlanc anyway, so why not just put the children on her if you're going to end up removing it again? Now you need to use another 2 or forgers when it comes time to move it over. And also just, I don't think LeBlanc is a good angle from your spot. Um, Generally, you don't want to take through all 3 Yasuo because the 12 gold is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Stormhex is
I
pretty
also
nice.
don't. I mean, it looked kind of like okay-ish, like mid. I don't really know about the Stormhacks, but I don't know. Maybe it's OP. I don't know.
Stormhex is good. Stormhex is pretty good. Um, yeah, I think in this spot you just are not allowed to take it because you are so poor. So you do need money.
Uh,
But
well,
like
yeah, I don't
generally,
think.
if your spot was like better, then like you can take Storm Hex and just to have like 3 really good hexes. Not the end of the world. That's fine. Also give you some slams, I think. These are kind of whatever.
Do I slam? Oi, 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 oi.
It's fine. 37. I think it's fine. I mean, from this spot in a actual lobby, you're probably just playing for 6th. Like your augment quality is not that good to where you can like, because like what you have like one really mid combat, what, I guess 2 really mid combats and an item augment. Like you're not really going to win. You're pretty broke. You have to roll on 4-5 because your board also is not the best to like Giga Greed 9 because your health is pretty lacking. And even if you went 9, you wouldn't have enough money to hit a level 9 board. Rolling 8 on here is fine. It's just like from this spot, you're kind of doomed in an actual lobby. And the roll down's pretty unfortunate as well. Okay, you went 9, or you went 8. Only played the Mordekaiser that you already had, but also because you missed a lot. The Ross should be kept because Ross is a really good unit in this AP Flex. It is a miracle you won this round. Holy fuck. Oh, you also... Did you play the Storm Hex? Oh, no, you didn't take Storm Hex, right? Nami, like, Nami is a pretty good... Like, you could just play the Nami Karma List Triple Berry board. You have salvage, so you just salvage all these items again. Um, yeah, Adam did the same thing where he played Cho'Gath TK, and this is not good, actually. Okay, you didn't, though. But now this TK doesn't really want to be around here. Yeah, like, if you had Frost, you'd be chilling. Also, this pike doesn't really
Yeah.
want to be here. Yeah, there's
I
just
mean,
a
I
lot
just
of
put Voyager just because.
yeah. I mean, it's fine. It just there's a lot of better units you could have played. Like if you just kept the Ross pair, not a lot of better units, but there were some better units. Like Ross pair would be nice, and then you force to end up with this board, which isn't the end of the world. The TK's only unit here is kind of sticking out right now. Um, had to make TGs. That's fine. Like, this Trojan also it kind of sucks to be in the Sandra, and like the karma items still suck ass. Then here, what are you looking for? You have odd item components. You kind of want to even
So
it out.
yeah, another odd amount. I guess three.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to be dizzy here because it's like you're like, what the fuck are these karma items gonna be? Unless you're just committed to playing LeBlanc, in which
Uh-huh.
case you just look for I don't know like a final tank item, call it a day, and then you look for like a final tank item. If you know for sure you have access to Shred and Sunder, I mean currently you have neither Shred nor Sunder. Depends if you're gonna rearrange these items or not.
Uh, oh, wait.
Do you know what you're rolling for at this point?
Um, I mean, I also have like fucking weak ass tank as like
Yeah,
do
again,
that.
this is not good, right? Because you have two units with one item, as opposed to just like ideally in a perfect world, you'd have two units for one of these units, and then on the next item carousel, you just find a third item for it. Because again, you always want to finish off three items on a unit when possible. And yeah, you're just too broke to ever go nine, so you just have to send it again on eight and just play replacement. Pretty good. Did not be should be played here. Nope. Yeah. Do you never fix these karma items?
Uh, Not that I recall of. Oh,
Yes, what was your board you ended up on?
some this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, losing Lysandra sucks. So you can't even play Nami. Never mind, you can't play Nami because you sold Lysandra. TK is the free slot for Voyager. Mighty Mech is also
Oh, there's a pike on my board. I
yeah.
guess that's like first.
Well,
So,
Pike is not the worst because it gets Voyager and also Drone is a decent enough Sona item. Um, I think. Well, also like you don't really want to end up on Mighty Mech because Mighty Mech is the worst of all the tank options, but I think this board is fine. If you just have Ross over TK, I would be pretty happy with this board. From your spot. And this guy's just you a better. Yeah. Yeah, it's just also unfortunate that guy was playing your comp and had more resources than you. You just couldn't find your upgrades. Karma item sucked, and then you got set it on. Yeah. Uh, this game. Selling the Nasus pair kind of sucked. Low rolling, slightly magic roll sucks, is what it is.
like, do you think Cho'Gath is like? I mean, yeah, Cho'Gath has Darkstar and Brawler or whatever the fuck, but like, he's kind of like less value, huh? As like a unit,
Yeah,
would you
yeah,
say?
no, no. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Class is just not a good unit right now. And also again, like right, like yeah, because like if you just think about like regular, in like a perfect world, you have this board. Um, like the strongest mid game you can have is with these three units. Um, but then like if you're playing these two units, you can't fill out these two units traits. So it just makes it more awkward. Um, like it forces you down a line of like playing uh units that just don't fit well into the end game AP flex board. Like if you just held the Nasus um if you just held Nasus this, then it's like the second you find either one of these, you guarantee Shepherd, and you have like two Vanguards. The Yono's a pretty easy hold to find as well. At this stage, and then because like again like these two units always want to be held, right? So then if you play towards Vanguards, now you have four Vanguard because you always have to be angling these units anyways. You have Shepherd because you had Teemo as well that you're holding, and then you also have like Zoe fills this board really nicely. Like this is just a much stronger um progression than having Cho'Gath Pantheon, to where it's like, okay, well then now what you end up with, like you had a Vagar.
Yeah.
Like this is your board. And it's like this is your board. You're holding all this money to like upgrade these units. So then it's either you also hold the backup units that you want on your board eventually on your bench, which costs you econ, or you just say, I'm just gonna like sell the shitter units, make money, be weak now, but be much stronger later. Yeah.
Um, and then for Arbiter, you would say, yeah, I feel like a lot of the times when you, yeah, I think a lot of the spots that I was playing Arbiter from were from some mid-ass Arbiter, like, where I was creating some weird Arbiter combos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you say that, like, if it's really shit, either just that game earlier with, Zoe playing, like, fucking Ginsus and all that bullshit, like, I probably should have just put, like, an econ Arbiter thing
Yeah,
here?
like if your arbiter sucks, either don't play it, take the best possible one to play LeBlanc mid game and then get the hell out of it as fast as possible to get into Vex, or take the econ option and then just farm it early, but then don't play into LeBlanc. Like if you have like there's some decent ones. Like if you're just looking to like hard streak with Zoe in the early game, the best one for her is attack 3 time or deal 10 and then gain mana or gain AP. Um but then if you just want to like farm resources, right? If you have chance of gold or chance of reroll, you're essentially playing a coin flip Primordian or Timebreaker. So that's still like better than no resource generation. Um if you like have early copies of Leona, you can take chance of Leona, and at worst it's just one gold a turn. It's just at worst it's just like a fake worth the wait. At best you can like find an early Leona 3, and that's like a really strong frontliner for most of the stage. Um, but like, if you like have like a 2 star Leona Zoe, and you want to streak with it, but like you don't have like the best one you have is like Arbiter's gain attack speed, then just take it, but don't actually angle to play it later on.
So there's a world where I actually take the fucking attack speed bullshit thing, or
Yeah, like you're not happy about it, but like if you want to win and you don't want to take like an econ one, then just take it, but don't actually like hard commit to playing LeBlanc. Like you can just like you can just play like I don't know like this early game, and then instead of making Guinzu's, just slap like Void Staff Morello on her or like whatever on her.
Super off-topic question. Is
Yeah.
Storm Hex if the the character's abilities AoE, does it stun everyone that it hits, or like?
Mm-hmm. But Storm Hex only stuns the first time they're hit by the Storm Hex person. So like if you put Zoe in Storm Hex, the first cast will stun the entire enemy team, but then that's it.
Uh,
But yeah, like if the Arbiter sucks, just don't angle LeBlanc. But if you want to like take a combat based one just to streak better early game, then sure. Yeah. Uh, Main takeaway from today: don't level when it doesn't make sense, and don't roll ever unless it's like at the points where you should be rolling.
Like, wait, is this the yeah, I think this is the level 6 rule where I fucking did that shit.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah,
Where's it? Here.
I guess I don't know. Maybe this is just me like not realizing how fucking strong I am, or thinking that I'm not strong. I guess I have like yeah, I have a Shepherd Voyager board that I could play.
It's also
Like I
just
guess
like it's also just like how much gold are you investing before like say you aren't strong. How much gold do you have to invest until you are strong? Right? Like if you have to invest 6 gold of rerolling, are you making 6 gold back? Sure, if you win streak the whole stage, but that's like a chance, right? Like you have to be required to win streak the entire stage not to make that gold back. Um, so you do, but like you also like just could have won without rolling. It's like what you rolled for, like a Orn, and I
yeah,
think you found the
fucking Orn.
karma. And you found karma
Like
later on. And you
like
rolled for like an Orn. Like is this the answer you needed to completely win the entire stage? A no trade Orn? I don't think so. Um, and so you spent 6 gold on this Orn, as opposed to just like playing whatever you had beforehand that was best, which you did have. Like you already had like a really good board with 2 Voyager. Um, and then it's like if you lose, then it's like okay, well then I guess I'm just gonna have to lose streak the stage, or I mix streak, which sucks. But at least you save the 6 gold, and like the risk isn't there
uh
of like spending 6 and you lose. If you spend 6 and you lose, your game was immediately over. It's just not worth it, right? Like it's better to save the gold to roll in the turns that it actually matters than to roll here.
right.
Unless you have like if you have like 8 pairs and it's a high chance that one D key will find you like 4 of the 8 pairs and guarantee you'll win, sure. But like 3-2 rolling is pretty dead these days because of how expensive it costs to level to 8. So like you
Mhm.
need as much gold. You need every bit of gold you can get to get there.
Like in your spot, or if you were playing, you probably would not have played Vigar. You probably would have just played Shepherd and shit, right?
Yeah, I would have sacrificed the 1 gold here to hold the Nasus to take the Nasus 2. Um and then like I'd either just play Tiebreaker right now. Because again, like if I'm in your spot, I'm like, okay, I have tons of pairs. I think I can be strong eventually. Even if I don't have the upgrades right now, but I have a good slam. I have a combat cash out from slightly magic roll. And here, like, okay, I'm even closer to being strong now. I'm just going to field Ezreal, play a weaker board, farm some rolls, look to spike after the gods, and then I see this. I'm like, holy crap! I can make Jewel Gauntlet, Starlight Hex, Sunfire. I can now play 3 Shepherd, Nasus 2, Lysandra 2, put items on Lysandra. I have 4 gold I got from lost streaking 2 rounds with Timebreaker, and now I can streak the entire rest of the stage because I'm for sure super strong with
Mhm.
2 item slams and upgrade board.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to stop angling for. I feel like this Cho'Gath is a bait unit, I guess.
Yeah, like you end up like streaking, which is fine. Like it's just like you did the wrong method but got the right answer. But like
Right.
in higher elos, you have to like this board will not be streaking in higher elos,
Or
and
like
also
and
just
like
like and also just like it's like a worse angle, right? Because now you have to find all the shepherd units later on instead of just like already having the shepherd units and you just slowly replace it with stronger shepherd units as the game goes on. If I have like if I have like uh Timo, Lysandra, Nasus, Meepsy, eventually I find an Alawi. Okay, cool. The Alawi just will replace my Timo now, and then eventually I'll find a Mordekaiser. It's like okay, cool. Now I have Force Vanguard, um, or something, or like if I like do this, then it's still like whatever, as opposed to like having like it just doesn't flow well, right? Like just having these two units
yeah.
just doesn't flow well into this board, whereas this board already flows well into itself because I'm playing the same units or the same traits. I'm just slowly upgrading the units with better units later on,
Mhm.
or using stronger units to fill up my traits later on.
AP Flex is just too. I mean, it's like those